Well, if you've used the popular car service Uber, you'll know that you get to rate your driver. But many people don't know that the driver is also rating you. 3 bad ratings suspend any future rides you get. Jacob Ward has more on how not to behave during an Uber ride.
If you live in a major city almost anywhere in the world, Tokyo, London, San Francisco, services like Airbnb, Lyft, and TaskRabbit will pair you as if by magic with an apartment or a car or someone to run errands for you. These companies are trying to change the way that we arrange for such services by taking advantage of spare time and spare resources and tossing a little good old-fashioned trust into the mix. It's not the traditional customer relationship, and that's particularly true of the ride-sharing service Uber. Now, Uber lets passengers rate the drivers, and this is to make sure that no one's getting drunk behind the wheel or freaking out, road raging, whatever it is on the company's behalf. But what you probably didn't know is that when you use Uber, you are also being rated as a passenger. Now, you don't get to see your rating. You have to ask the driver for it or write to customer support. But if you drop below 3 stars, that's it, you're out. So it's not really a traditional capitalist enterprise. This isn't a sort of typical customer service kind of business. There are manners and mores that you have to obey. So what does it take to get exiled from Uber? Sex in the vehicle.
If it didn't bother my day where I would have to go back and scrub something off, I probably wouldn't even care.
Well, I think this is private action that, they have to choice.
Yeah, I think I would kick him out before I even let it get that far.
A horribly stinky dog. I mean, like undead smelling.
I like animals, so I'm okay with that. Right?
I would have to roll down the windows, drive around for 10 minutes or so before I could even get the smell, assuming there's no mess.
I definitely would get that 1 star, but I would let them know before they get in.
Puking.
If you throw up in the car, yes, that definitely deserves a 1 rating and a cleanup fee.
1 star?
If they were that sick and they actually threw up in the vehicle and they didn't say anything, I'd probably give them 1.
If you use the bag and you didn't make any mess, it'd be fine with me.
Why doesn't Uber publish its passenger ratings? Back in the spring, Uber published a study that it says showed consistent Uber service even in low-income neighborhoods where residents had long complained of difficulty getting a taxi. That looks pretty good. But perhaps the company hasn't made its passenger ratings public because it doesn't want them picked apart for evidence of discrimination. The company wouldn't talk to us about it. But in the meantime, it seems pretty straightforward. Don't contaminate the vehicle, and don't try to cheat the driver by asking him to end the ride early. Just behave yourself, everybody. That's how you get to keep riding. Everyone likes a courteous passenger in their car.
I got 5 stars. Pretty nice guy.
Jacob Ward, Al Jazeera, San Francisco.